Given the current international focus on climate change, what does this mean to you as a young person?
I think as young people, we're growing up in a really confusing time because on the one hand, growing up in Vancouver and in the 21st century, I've always been educated about climate change and I understand the science that we're in a climate emergency, as many of my peers do as well. But the world around us is acting like it's business as usual, and we see around us no action being taken that would seem to fit the scale or urgency required. And I think we're living in a really confusing place between that narrative of emergency and that narrative of business as usual. So above all, this is a justice issue. This is about it's about the impact that we have on other people, and it's about recognizing that this crisis isn't going to hurt us the most, but we have the most responsibility to fix it.
What actions are you taking as students here at this school?
We originally started the Earth Club from the Ocean Heroes camp and the Vancouver Aquarium. And from there we talked about how the ocean is being polluted and how all these kind of like non-reusable products are also just floating in the ocean as well. And there I just kind of realized, wow, this is such a bad issue. Why isn't anyone really worried about this? Why aren't we really taking the initiative to stop it when we can? And so then me and a couple other students, we decided to start up the club.
Last year we won the BC Green Games with the action called Everyone Wants a Cup.
The cups were enabling students to be able to be more environmentally friendly, and they also provided students with perks such as like being able to go to the stores near the school and getting discounts, but with the cups. So like it encourages better like habits with the environment instead of going to like the Starbucks or the coffee store and getting a cup that you just throw away after one use. Because like if people start to see us more and see like us as like we're trying to help, and like it might just inspire someone else to do something, and the bigger your footprint is, like, you know, the more you reach out to. So if we try to go like maybe, because right now we're in our school, maybe we could try to go outside of our school a bit and try to like get into our community, and so that way people can see us and maybe they'll think, maybe I should do something.
It's kind of like a domino effect. Like it starts at an individual level, goes to a group, a school, a community, province, and then the whole country eventually.
So I'm one of the Board of Trustees here in Vancouver, so what would you like to tell us as trustees?
I'd like to say that we really need climate crisis acknowledged more in schools. As young people, we know that this is happening and we are really confused about our future, and it can be frustrating, I know, for me to be sitting in a classroom and learning about some of the same things that have been learned about for decades without an acknowledgement that our future is going to be radically different, and that we are living in really the next year, the next 10 years is such a crucial time for the future of civilization. And the magnitude of this time that we're living in is, I feel, not addressed enough in schools. And so I think Vancouver, I'm so grateful to live in Vancouver, and I think that I've definitely received a good climate education, but I think it could definitely be taken up a level with more discussion about how this is not business as usual.
If you could speak to decision makers at a federal or an international level, what would you say to those people?
I'd want to tell them that we want to help as well as youth, and we have the power to help as well. And like, I want them to know as well that people sometimes don't have enough information, no matter, even if we have like presentations. I want people to be kind of more engaged into it. Then we have the power to change the environment around us.
And I feel like a lot of the climate change is more focused on like us as individuals, and like we're the root of everything, and how that we need to change. And I agree, yes, we need to change, but society around us needs to change with us to make sure that like society as a whole is greener, and that companies as well as businesses and governments stop polluting, because Yeah, they have more impact than any of us alone.